Okay, today I want to talk about fasting. It's the art of not eating any food for like a day, 3 days. Depends on how long you fast for. Some people fast for 40 days without eating anything, and that's a long time. I only went 3 days before with fasting, but I know intermittent fasting. I used to only eat like a little bit every day, and that was intermittent fasting. So, what I'm trying to do now is just fast intermittently. So because I walk around a lot, I need the calories. So I'll eat like once a day. That's pretty good. And every day I'll just intermittently fast so that I can stay healthy and clean because it detoxifies the toxins from your brain and your body. So that's what fasting does. So anyway, there's like all these things like different modalities to the practice of fasting. Like there's probably books on it, stuff like this. I don't know many stuff about fasting, but the stuff I do know is like that it brings mental clarity, spiritual awareness to God. After 3 days of not eating anything, I became more connected to like God, and I felt like God was there for me. And it was like this profound experience. And now all I'm saying is that I would have this connection naturally if an intermittent fast. That means intermittently fast means that you're going about just fasting most of the time, but you're just eating a little bit, a portion of the time. That burger, it made me feel better. That I went all day without eating anything until 5 o'clock today, and I had one burger, and I'm not going to eat any more or any less. But what I'm trying to say is that this one burger helped out my calories because I was feeling fatigue, kind of, because I was kept on going, you know what I mean, walking without any calories, and your body, fights off itself for calories, and that's not good to push yourself too much and need too many calories because then it'll eat too much of your muscle at once, creating this fatigue. And that's what I'm trying to say is that like when people are fasting, they don't normally do a lot of physical exercise. They're supposed to, stay to doing very little because they'll get tired at times, but then they'll have a lot of energy at times. Because what I know about fasting is that when you don't eat, your body usually, produces stuff from eating cells. You know what I mean? But what I'm trying to say is that the energy stored in your body that gets used to digest food. So naturally, it gets stored in your body when it doesn't have to digest food. Then it'd go to the category of being right on the, you know what I mean? The see, they're getting on the stage to where then all the, the food is what I'm trying to say is that your body wouldn't digest the food having more energy. You know what I mean? That's what I was basically saying. But that was a delayed thought. Like all of a sudden, that pathway was blocked for some reason in my brain, and I couldn't think of it until later. It's almost like they used the inhibitor. One time in my head, I heard the voice say, "Use the inhibitor." The inhibitor. It sounds like this alien word for this device, that inhibits your thinking. Now, I know that the CIA has higher technology because they used it on me in the past. They know, what I'm thinking, but also not in words. I could be feeling depressed. They'll know if I'm depressed. Or if they know I'm happy or if I'm doing good. Not based off of words, though, based off of monitoring my brain. So they have a technology that's that into depth. I don't never seen the technology, but they say things and they know that into depth about it. They're not God. They're not all this intelligence, and stuff like this because I know I when I think of something before they say it. Sometimes I would forget about it, but then they feel like they had the upper hand of saying it before I said it, but I really think the thing before I'm actually saying that thing. But if they beat me to what I'm saying it, I thought of it before they said it anyway. But if they beat me to saying it, doesn't mean they're any more smart. It means that they're just real fast paced at doing what they do. But I don't have time for all that, you know what I mean? I only have time for to focus on what I need to do and accomplish for God, you know what I mean? And basically, everything else uh, that's dealing with a system that's doing no good for you, you know what I mean? I don't really worry about that too much. I just focus on the good goals and the solutions to the problems. Then there would be no problems. So you create a society that has all the solutions to the problems. There will be no, you know what I mean, lack. There'll be no problem. You know what I mean? So there'll be only solutions. So what I'm trying to say is that it's really simple for everybody to actually accomplish these goals. It's just what we're raised in a society that was already backwards. If it was already meant for us, hardly anybody would be what we're not. You know what I mean? Society likes to go against the grain because of the way that we're taught how to live is against our faculties. So outside of the box is actually God. Outside of the box is actually the rebel is actually what God is. This society doesn't uphold God. So everybody that's actually not like taking a part within the society is actually doing this world an injustice. You know what I mean? You take part with society, you know what the society is, you have the intelligence to know all these faculties of how to change this and make it a better place. No one puts that faculty to use because they're usually stuck in their own small world that they have to struggle with. That they design it to make you distracted, having all no time in the world. But this Hobbit Home Society, you'd have all the time in the world to think for yourself, social society, and to go out and forth and work for the common materials and things that would put together these society things of what we'd want in it. But what I'm trying to say, the Hobbit Home Society is something that would have higher technology taking place to the faculties of the bad problems, would create better solutions, and it'd be with life, and it'd be closer to the solution. So these bigger cities can implement these faculties if they would want in some of their categories. But what I'm trying to say is that there would be two worlds. A world like this in a Hobbit Home Society. That when the world gets way too overran by, the system, and there's no nature left, this society would help preserve nature and stuff like this, and be well adapted with inside the nature that it lives with. And it'd be created this way in these faculties to be designed on these ways of being that we would just have it all together for us. There'd be no wars, none of this that have been plaguing this for centuries, because they never know how to do it the right way. These people are greedy with power. We never mature. We never get down to the faculties of doing things the right way. And then this is why the whole world and everything is all messed up. And like the thing about the transhumanism is like antichrist type like worship. And I can't believe the parents at a young age will get their kids to do this. And it's just sick. The world needs to be pure. We were created from God. We can't do that. If you're created, tough titties to the kitty. If you're a man, you got to be a man. If you're a woman, you got to be a woman. Because a land of confusion, it's already a land of confusion. Why do you want to make everything, the human species, more confused than it already is? You know what I mean? It's time that we grow up and do things the right way. Like, we can have fun. We can have what we want in life. We can do things maybe that are spoiling ourselves to some benefit. But don't go down the rabbit hole of this dark, destructive path of doing things like going against God and doing all these crazy things. I mean, cloning, that's for self enjoyment. Like if somebody had a clone, but that's still going against these faculties. I'd think, it's perverting the normal flow of the faculties of what holds up God and the universe and the divine goddess. You know what I mean? Like, near worship divine goddess girls, I hope you're doing amazing. I have to end this podcast now because I can't go over like 12 minutes. But anyway, girls, I hope you're doing good. And that burger helped me out with the calories, but I still feel like I need more water or something. I'm a little bit dehydrated or something. But anyway, hope you're doing amazing, girls. And never stop fighting the good fight. And Kira, I love you. That girl said, be content. You know what I mean? Be content. Like don't take food for granted and all this other stuff. And I don't. And I'm grateful for food. I told her. And guess what? I didn't eat until 5 o'clock today. But yeah, she's still. Thought I heard her ethereal soul today, and that was pretty cool. But anyway, I'm ending the note on that, and that was good information about the fast and everything. So, yep. Have a good day, everybody. All right, bye.